My soul was split from my body and I lost everything. I was sealed in eternal darkness. I existed in this world, no question about that. But nobody noticed my presence. What good were my powers that didn't help anybody? So he just wanted to help people. Not even the passage of time could heal my pain. Oh, bless him. Yeah, because he's forever stuck. How could he possibly heal? In fact, it only made it worse. Or can you blame him? Hey everyone, I'm Susa, and welcome back to Ghost Tricks Phantom Detective. I can't believe how close to the end we are. There can't be that many chapters left considering all that we have found out, but yet there are still some very big questions left unanswered. The biggest one being, who the hell are we? And why on earth is there somebody else using our body? Well, I guess more rightly, we've stolen their identity. But without further ado, shall we find these answers out? Let's go, we continue. We can ignore the extras. I need to put this in full screen mode. I'm not doing it. It will be fine for you guys, but not for me. And as always, manual save. Let's go. Let's do this. I'm terrified. Oh, it took a second to load. 5:10 AM. Oh fuck, we've not got long. We've not got long. The upended submarine, I was trying to read a different word entirely, continues to sink slowly but surely along the long journey to the bottom of the sea. Yeah, we got kidnapped as well. Last thing, the Leanne got like taken by a claw thing, and it's another thing that we don't know. And I'm like, who's taking her? Leanne and the little lady found the darkness and the salt water closing in on them. But at very last second, something saved them. Now it looks down at them quietly. Who is that? Ray? Is it Lampy Dude? My head is filled with one giant question. What in the world is this thing? Exactly. So many questions. We don't know. Hello. Oh, he's falling apart. He's falling to pieces. He's rebuilding himself. A person. Oh, a spiked head. Oh. We know who that is. It's me, but it's like not me. I see you managed to survive, detective. It's a dude who lost his body because he got taken away. The little thing got taken away. Hey, you're. Excuse my appearance. I seem to have lost my body. Yeah, it kind of got shot away by a rocket. Not gonna lie. And you there. Oh no, I don't like it when he speaks to me directly. You're the ghost who's been saving Leanne all evening, aren't you? You knew all about me all along. Yeah, he did. He knew about me all along. Of course. What else would explain all these unnatural things happening? If you knew, how come you didn't do anything about it all this time? And how come you decided to save us all of a sudden? Exactly. He was actively trying to, like, do Leanne in because she happened to be in the park that day. Just an innocent child in the wrong place, wrong time. But that guy was, like, hell-bent on vengeance. Exactly. Well, he wanted to get revenge on us. I didn't really know. Please, you gotta tell me. I need to know. We need to know who we are. Oh, I like how we still have the sunglasses. That's kind of cool. Who in the world are you? Look what happened. I can't hold on to that image of myself any longer. You can't remember who you are. Nope, not in the slightest. We have no idea. That's right. I came all the way tonight trying to chase down my own lost memory. But quite a bit of tonight, I thought I was you, Cecil. Cecil, my name isn't Cecil. I bet you'll remember really soon. Who are you and who I am too? What? But the guy said his name was Cecil. The man in front of me, maybe it's just an alias. The man in front of me is not me. I'm even further away from the truth, or maybe not. Something is stirring in my mind, a memory about to emerge. Do I know this man? Now that I've shed my image of myself, I feel like I'm one step closer to the truth. Do you? I feel like we're further away from it than ever. least she's been put on a pillow. Look, she's nice and cozy. They got us good. It's all over for this submarine. It's the engine. It's the engine room. Its engine room. Oh, its engine room is destroyed. There's a hole in the hull, and it's sinking as we speak. What are you doing here? I thought you had to deal with those people. They betrayed me. I was a fool to trust them. Yes, you were. Very much so. They already know. They already have what they wanted now, which was the meteorite in his back. The Temsky fragment. That's the name of the meteorite. I didn't know they had it all figured out. You mean they figured out the source of your powers? Yep, that meteorite's radiation has two effects on the living creatures. It gives powers and time. If you don't mind, we'd like to hear more. Let's just go top to bottom. These 10 years I've been watching that junkyard superintendent do his research, and I think I've kind of got some of it figured out. There's 3 ghosts here. Oh yeah, because I've got missiles here. The meteorite radiation gives spirits special powers, like possessing and manipulating objects. But we didn't die next to the meteorite. We just died in a junkyard, and in my case, swapping objects. Exactly. Apparently, there are individual differences. I guess actually we thought. I'm confused. Exactly. Apparently, there are individual differences in the powers we get, and it seems these powers change as time goes by. They do. Yeah, my powers have changed over the past 10 years. At first, I could only manipulate small living creatures. Now then, how do you suppose we got this powers? It's simple. It is? How then? In a nutshell, we died while exposed to the energy emitted by the meteorite, its radiation. That's what it does, dying while being exposed to radiation. On that day 10 years ago, he got smacked in the back with the meteorite, so yeah, that's how he kicked the bucket. A fragment of the meteorite pierced my heart and I died. So of course I received special powers. Hey, wait a minute, is that how I got my powers too? You know that you might be right. Aren't the Temsky fragment remnants still right there in the park at the bottom of the crater? You're right. So that must mean I must have died in the presence of meteorite of radiation too. Yeah, but how? Another effect of the meteorite's radiation it has on us is that it gives us time. My point is though, who was Ray? Do you think this guy is Ray? I think this guy might be Ray, just because he's not Missile and he's the only other ghost and he says he's been watching that scientist for ages, right? So he must have been there in the junkyard. Again, I think this time effect is centered around the theme of death, but it's not all that clear. But the fact that I can return to 4 minutes before the person's death is another effect of the meteorite. One of the characteristics of the meteorite is its ability to replay the moment of death. Replay the moment of death? Ah, this is all so strange and confusing, I can't take it all in. Come on, Leanne, you're a detective, you can. It makes about as much sense to me as anything else. Well, there you go, you're a little doggy, so I expect no less. Yeah, the strange and confusing, that it's just about sums up the object that pierced my body that day. Thanks to that meteorite fragment, my very existence is a contradiction. What do you mean? Well, he's neither dead nor alive, is he? He's kind of in between. He's kind of frozen in time. That day, when the fragment pierced my heart, I lost my life. However, because of it remained inside of me, that fragment continued to constantly regenerate my body. In other words, my body was continuously cycling between moments that separated my life and death. Exactly. So he's been in the middle. He's in stasis. What? My body's vital functions stopped 10 years ago, but my body's time is perpetually stopped at the moment just before my death. Time just stopped, huh? So I just simply existed, not really alive, not really dead. That pretty much sums up these last 10 years for me, ever since the incident in the park. My body hasn't aged a day, my hair hasn't grown an inch. And to think of it, the old pigeon guy mentioned something. He said he couldn't cut this guy's body with a scalpel. Yeah, he did mention that the guy was, like, immune to, like, things. So I guess as soon as the incision was made, his body would regenerate. Wow. That is kind of cool. Let's talk about his revenge. Before I left this country, I wanted to do one thing. I wanted to get revenge on the people who stole our lives. Our lives. As part of the deal I made with these corporate guys, I made those guys promise to cooperate, sorry. Cooperate? What do you mean? The kidnapping? It went... I can't read today. It all went fine. I manipulated the Justice Minister and made him issue the execution order, but I thought he might call off the execution at the last second. So why, that's why he wanted to kidnap his daughter, but they kidnapped the wrong girl. Little did I know they had their own reasons for cooperating with me, huh? They wanted his meteorite. Their objective was to wipe out everybody who had to do with Temsky. Exactly. All of these people all know about Temsky. Detective Joel was the one such person. They were happy to cooperate. Those two are other individuals. You were hell-bent on revenge, so it was basically the perfect tool. You were going to get rid of them for them. They didn't even have to get their hands dirty. Inspector Cabinalia and the Junkyard Super, they were slated to be wiped out too. But we got involved. And as it turns out, so are you. You were then last. I was one of their targets as well, so they stole my Tennessee fragment and here I am. Exactly, he's stuck here now, so he's got no choice but to kind of cooperate with us. They had one more final target. You. You, detective. Yeah, we know Shu's been a target from the beginning. We know that. But why? If you weren't there in that part that day 10 years ago, I never would have thought of doing something as stupid as taking her hostage. Okay, but it's not her fault. But I was just a little kid playing in the park, exactly. Yeah, I know. Huh? He knows that, obviously. 10 years later, you've become a detective looking into Joel's case. Tonight, I invited you to a quiet spot on the edge of town. It was a trap, you see. Well, yeah, that's kind of obvious. I told you who I was. You never saw my face that day 10 years ago, so of course you didn't recognise me. So we get to see how his powers work. I took possession of you to make you shoot me. Yeah, that explains why. She has no recollection of doing it, but also why it looks like she doesn't want to. Your subconscious resisted me, such incredible power. Exactly, yeah, she was happy. It was the first time I wasn't able to control somebody completely. The first time she missed. The aim was off and the first shot missed the mark. That's why she looked so hesitant. So at first shot, the junkyard was equipped with a security camera. I knew you'd be wanted for murder. That was my plan anyway. So that first shot. But they had other ideas. They simply wanted to wipe you wiped out. But then something threw a big monkey wrench into their schemes. That something was us. We were that something. We threw a spanner into the works. I showed up. Yeah, we did. We showed up. And we started meddling and ruining everyone's plans. I was supposed to meet up with them after that. But then something went wrong. What happened? My body disappeared. The Inspector in White was responsible for that one. My precious bargaining chip was in that body. I had to get it back no matter what. That Inspector caused me no end of trouble. I very much do not doubt that. He's caused us trouble all night as well. But why are those people targeting me? I've never even heard of Temsky meteorite. Because you were looking into the Joel case. They thought you would find out Temsky sooner or later. Exactly. You just so happened to know the detective that was involved, and that's that. Oh god, now we gotta all work together to get everybody out of here. And that's pretty much the whole story. The only thing left to do now is wait for the water pressure to crash the submarine. Oh no! There are no cores that link from here to the water's surface. I have an idea. We hook up the phone line and there's no communication cables this down deep. They're meant for the submarine to be my coffin, a coffin for the dead. There's no escape. Oh damn. That means he'd have to spend the rest of his life down here. ... I think I kind of understand now. What you've been feeling these 10 years. You what? Feeling cut off from the world, sinking slowly towards the bottom of the endless sea? That must be how you felt all along. Kind of, I guess. He's not really alive, he's not really dead, he can't really live his life. Oh, Camilla's awake finally. Hi, Camilla. Leanne? Camilla? Is it true we're stuck here? Yeah, we're stuck. This is tragedy after tragedy. A ghost, 3 ghosts stuck down here, 2 young ladies. If my dad was here, I bet he'd save us. Well, he does know we're on this submarine. He does know. Oh, Camilla, I'm so sorry, poor Leanne. She's having a bad day. That's funny. What is it, Sissel? There's something I don't understand. Why would they go to all this trouble detaching the control room? What? Why didn't they just steal the Tennessee fragment and escape if that's what they wanted? Why did they have to jettison your body off into the sea? That's a good question. But I guess it doesn't matter now. We'll never find it again. We'll have no idea where it was launched to. Wait a minute. Yes, we do. Oh yeah, we put a tracker in it, didn't we? This will tell us where Detective Joel is. That present from the Inspector in White. That's right, Detective Joel told him to hold on to it for him. And a bullet is still in the person's body in the command room, right? We know exactly where he is. Then we should be able to tell exactly where it is with this. Exactly. But even if we find out where it is, how do we get there? We should be able to figure something out between the 3 of us. With our powers, right, Miss Leanne? Right on, and wait a minute. What about the torpedo? A torpedo? In any case, it is way too early to give up. Is it? I mean, we're sinking to the bottom of the ocean. I appreciate the enthusiasm, but I'm not sure I'm on board. It looks like Detective Joel is our last hope. Come on, let's get started. Alright. Okay. I'm on board only because everybody else is on board. I'll chat with Camilla though. So my dad isn't on here on the submarine. Don't worry, we're going to get to him right now. Okay, I hope we didn't hurt Leanne's feelings when I said that about my dad saving us if he were here. Oh, don't worry about that. Comments like that just roll right off Miss Leanne's back. She's really thick-skinned. She is. She don't bother. Ouch. I'm gonna start being tougher too. I want to make my dad proud of me. Miss Camilla? I was gonna say, I'm sure. Sissel and I are always on the same page. I am sure Miss Camilla, her dad is obviously going to be very proud of her. So his shell is definitely there in the command room, right? Just without the fragment. It's there, yeah, but I don't know about calling it a shell. Detective Joel's watch will tell us exactly where it is. Right, he said it was a radio receiver, didn't he? There might still be another torpedo in the submarine. If we use it, we can get to Detective Joel. That's a brilliant plan, Detective. You think so, hey? So what are you going to do? Ride on top of the torpedo? Exactly. She can't breathe in the water. Of course not. You guys are going to. Darn, I kind of want to see that. Me too. I kind of wanted to see if she could. But it wouldn't make sense. Dude, did you want to see me drown? A little. Just a little. Apparently so. Okay, where do we go? Operate the control panel. It's the only thing we can do, so we're going to do it. Let's go. Oh, it gets his little grapes out. Why is this machine shoving grapes at me? Well, this looks like the private cabin of the officer, doesn't it? It does, in fact. This machine is probably feeding him grapes while he lies in bed. That sounds heavenly. I think grapes are poisonous for dogs. I don't think they can eat them. So it would be heavenly in one sense for you, Bissell, but not another. I've been thinking about this for a while now, but don't you think that the country's use of technology is just a little off? He's the guy who made to deal with said country. Anyway, it looks like the arm of this machine is a bit busted. That is fine. We can use it to hop on. Dial. We dial? Torpedo room? The torpedo room, huh? There might be another torpedo left in there. I'll go check it out now. Oh, I get it. You're going to use the missile to ram the control room. Well, I don't know about ram. We don't want to blow Detective Joel up, but something like that. We'll climb up onto the torpedo room too. Up is definitely safer. Okay, I'll see you later then. Yep, we're off. Our little mission. Let's go. It looks like the torpedoes can be launched manually with these switches. There's 2 tubes, so there should be 1 more left. I guess the first thing we have to do is load it into the tube. When it comes to missiles, you can count on me too. Of course, Missile knows. I'll enter the coordinations of the command room into the torpedo. So we basically have to disarm it so it smacks into it but doesn't explode. We got this. And I just turned on the backup power. We ought to be able to use these switches now. Okay, let's try. Good luck. Thank you. We're gonna need all the help we can get. How's it going there? I'm just calculating the command room's coordinates out. I have to put in a slight offset though, don't want to blow it up. I'm sure Detective Joel would appreciate that. Well, leave this to me. Good luck on loading the missile. Okay, thanks. Alright, Leanne. We're ready. Let's go. The switch won't budge, maybe it's broken, but I don't think the entire device is broken though. It would probably work just fine if I could only move the switch. We'll just have to find a way to move it somehow. But I can't do it with my powers alone. Do I swap? How do I swap? I haven't got a prompt to swap. Oh, I could turn this valve. That did nothing. That was pointless. Telephone. Talk to missile. Maybe he might know. What's happening to these two ladies? I think that's up to us and our powers. What? This is no time to be standing around unsure of ourselves. Will you lend me a strength missile? Oh, me, of course I will, and count on it. Okay, so I just had to chat with him to be able to get him to do what I want him to do. I need to move myself out of the way. Okay. What if... Can I go over there? I can't see exactly what I'm supposed to... Maybe... it's not what I meant to do. I can't... Ah! Hang on, let me just move missile down here, and then I'm going to move myself this way. And then I'm going to use missile to go up and switch these two around. And then move him back down. If I can get him to go the right way. Move him down there and then swap to me and then see. Will this lower now? There we go. Yes, I just need to switch it. One of them was a bit stiff, the other one not so much. There we go. There we go. The torpedo looks serviceable. Right, we're ready. All set on this end too. But something's odd. What is it? The command room, it looks like it's slowly sinking. Sinking? Yeah, like it's completely run out of power. I wonder what happened. I don't know, but I guess I'll find out. Right, okay, hop onto the missile. I'll launch it for you. Okay, thanks. Cool. Thanks. Right. Missile, are you coming or are you not? Because we gotta go. I've already set a torpedo's course. It will head towards the command room where Detective Joel is. 12 seconds after launching, it will pass by the command room for an instance. The instance will be a window and opportunity to jump over to the command room. Okay, got it. And then we'll find a way to come back and save you. That'll probably be my last task tonight. Just hold on until we get back. Exactly. This is our last go of it. We're not gonna make it past much. Okay, come on, Missile. He's not coming, is he? Missile? I'm sorry, I can't go. What? I just can't. How could I leave? I can't leave Miss Leanne and Miss Camilla behind. I can't do it, Missile. We need you. I swapped the switches so that the missile can be launched. You'll have to do the rest, Sissel. God damn. What if we need his powers? I can't do it either. I can't ask Missile to come with me after that. No, we can't. I understand exactly how he feels. We're going on our own. One last Hail Mary. We're going. I want you to go, Missile. What, but Miss Leanne? You stay here won't change our fate. But if you go with Sissel, you might be able to make something happen, and that's our only hope. But what if something doesn't happen? I'll never be able to see you again. Never, ever again. Even I can understand that. Oh, bless him. He's going to make me cry, Missile. It's okay. It's alright. They're giving you their consent. I couldn't stand that. Don't worry, Missile. Miss Camilla, I just know that you and Sissy can make something happen. I believe in you. I'll be right here waiting for you. We'll see each other then. Don't worry. We can do this, Missile. Miss Camilla! Come on, Missile. We can do this. Come on, buddy. That's a good boy. He's going to get an extra treat. If everybody ends up alive at the end of this, he's going to get an extra treat. Now, are you ready? Remember, it's 12 seconds after I throw this switch. We are ready. Let's go. Sissel? Yes? We never found out who you really were. That's okay. I know that I'm a good person. At least in this game. We've done our best by everyone. We can rest with that. But that doesn't matter now. All I know is I'm truly glad I met you tonight. Thank you for everything. And I'm glad I met you, Detective. But we're going to see each other again, right, Sissy? Right, Missile? That's right. We promised, little lady. Of course we will. I'll never forget you no matter what happens. Here goes then. Good luck, friend. Thank you. Let's go. The music's kicked into high gear. That's how you know. It's intense. Alright, are we ready? I'm gonna get launched on a torpedo to God knows where. Woo! 12 seconds are lasting an eternity. I tried to think of a way to save Leanne and the little lady the whole time. But how can a ray of light of hope reach this far down into the sea? Ray, why did they use Ray? Before I can think of the answer, the 12 seconds are up. Go. Oh my god, it's Joel. Let's go, everybody across. Let's move. Oh dear, we've got 2 dead bodies. Well, we already knew one of them was dead, but why is Joel dead? Detective Joel? I bet that big masked man did it. I'm going to bite him. You better not, you might break the teeth. The command room has lost power and is sinking, so I wonder what the masked man is going to do. Let's talk to Detective Joel. I don't think that masked man is an actual masked man. He's a... Holy fuck. We've got another call there. We could go on his call. Sorry for the wait, Detective Joel. Who are you? Oh, you, Cecil. Please excuse my appearance. I can't believe you made it here. How is Camilla and what about Leanne? Well, it's kind of a long story. Fill him in. I told Detective Joel about everything that happened on that submarine. So the submarine is badly damaged. Why would he do that to his own submarine? I wish I knew. I know the answer to that one. Oh, he came with us, did he? It's because he's afraid of my powers. You followed us? I didn't even notice. It's been 10 long years, Detective Joel. Are you... Your male? Your male? Your male is what I'm going to go with there. He is. That's the real Cecil. So you remember me, do you? How could I possibly forget? That's your real name. Yo male? That's right. But these people think that Yona are calling you, Yona are calling you Cecil. That's just an alias I was using for my deal with them. That's what I thought, it was an alias. I didn't see any need to tell them my real name. Could you do me a favour? Would you let me ask you some questions? I've been trying to find out my true identity all night. Sure, go ahead. I'm sure there's plenty we can tell you. Right, Detective Joel? Right. Let's go with this one. 10 years ago, you were a top secret engineer, weren't you? Systems engineer, what's that? By the way, I'm a top Pomeranian, you know. he is a very good boy. Well, it's kind of hard to explain to a dog, but it's a person who's good at using computers. I don't mean to brag, but I was one of the best in the industry. That's how I got roped into joining that project. Project? What project? It was a project aimed at reorganizing the nation's top secret information. The goal was to build a new system using multi-dimensional programming theory. Oh god, big words, big words. I was asked to join the project by an agent of the government. It doesn't sound like something a top Pomeranian would know anything about. To me, it just sounded like another challenging job. But it was more than that, wasn't it? However, the project was also a target of a secret plot. I bet you can imagine the kind of crime the nation's top secret might attract. I never thought for the life of me I'd ever have to deal with spies. Of course you do. It was never made public, but every organisation in the country moved on this one. And then one day the name of the certain programmers emerged as a subject. Him. Suspect, I mean, not subject. I was the guy who built the core of the system. The police arrested you and then that incident happened. He escaped from the interrogation room and took a little Leanne as hostage. Oh, so they wanted answers to a secret. And he didn't want to give it to them. And this. By the way, Detective Joel, when was it that I was proven innocent? About 6 months after your death. I'm so sorry, Yomel. So he is innocent. Because obviously whatever he built, he probably didn't realise. And whatever it's been used for was not his fault. Real motive for revenge then. 10 years ago. Holy fuck. My soul was split from my body and I lost everything. I was sealed in eternal darkness. I existed in this world, no question about that. But nobody noticed my presence. What good were my powers that didn't help anybody? So he just wanted to help people. Not even the passage of time could heal my pain. Oh, bless him. Yeah, because he's forever stuck. How could he possibly heal? In fact, it only made it worse. Or can you blame him? I wanted to disappear, but I wasn't even allowed to do that. The way Leanne described it is exactly right. Sinking slowly towards the bottom of an endless sea. An overwhelming feeling of loneliness and despair. All I wanted all of you to suffer what I was suffering. So he wanted everybody to feel his pain, basically, which is fair in a sense, but not right. So that's why you murdered Alma. That's right. I wanted you to know what it was like to lose everything you cared about. I wanted you to feel the same pain I felt. What? So he's not innocent in a sense, but he was already dead, so you can't really convict him of murdering someone when he's already dead. It was a twisted wish of a mind poisoned by infinite loneliness. And then I was plotting my revenge. I had an idea. I came up with a plan to use these powers of mine to make a deal. A deal. And there's something I just don't understand about that deal. I'm sure your powers would be very valuable to them, but what would you get out of the deal? A new life. Life? I asked them for 2 conditions. Number 1 was that they helped me with my revenge plot, and the second was a rebirth for me. So he wanted a new identity, maybe, because his current one's dead, so he can't change his appearance. In the beginning, I didn't even care if it was a fake life or an artificial life. I just wanted a physical receptacle for my soul, a name, an identity, an everyday life. I wanted to grow old in a society that would accept me. And finally, I wanted to die surrounded by a loving family. That's the kind of life I asked them for. A completely man-made life? That's right, I knew I couldn't hope for anything more than that. To make it all come true, I knew it would take a lot of money and a lot of power. That's why I decided to ask the national government to help me. And their response in the end was betrayal. Poor soul. Yeah, this guy's had a really tough go of it, actually. They were making their own moves much more carefully than I suspected. They sent spies to this country and researched my powers on their own, and they even figured out what Temsky was all about. And you had no idea they were doing this. None at all. I was a fool. So then, why did they go to all the trouble of making a deal with you? Why didn't they just steal the hunk of Temsky meteorite from the park? They couldn't. Huh? Why? After the manipulator incidents, research was conducted in this country too. Oh, it was too well known. They couldn't have that one. A report was submitted by the government about the source of the manipulator's power. By these two. By Inspector Carbonalia and the old pigeon guy, eh? Yep, these two. At first, the government didn't believe the report. But then they decided to put the park under surveillance just in case. Surveillance, huh? It just looks like an old peaceful park, but there are armed agents there at all times. This guy. Yep, and we know that they like to have funky people. Don't tell me that old leaflet guy is one of them. No, not him, he's just a plain old person. Oh, okay. The park is like a silent battlefield of international scale. So that's why they couldn't steal the Temsky meteorite. And lately, under the pretense of building a housing site, they've been working on a plan to destroy the park in order to secure the Temsky meteorite. So that's it, eh? Yeah. Unfortunately, that dude just happens to be protesting and getting in their way. So the upshot of your grand deal was this, eh? Yeah, it was the ending I deserved. It's the ending he wanted, but at least there's one thing you must be happy about. What's that, hey? You managed to seal me away at the bottom of the sea forever. Well, I don't think he really wanted. Shall we get started? Started with what? Bringing Detective Joel back to life, of course. What good will that do now? But we promised Miss Deanna and Miss Camilla we'd save them. And we can't do that without Detective Joel. I've been guided by fate tonight to this place, and I won't give up now. Alright, fine. Let's see where it leads us. This guy is not on board. System 2.0 is not on board. Here we go then, back to 4 minutes before your death. I did notice he had a call though, so can we go back before his death? I wonder. 4:23 AM, so he died quite a while ago. Like half an hour ago. So, where are we headed? We are not headed anywhere, Detective. What? There's only enough fuel on board to launch us away, Detective. We will run out soon and that will be our destination, Detective. What are you talking about? That would mean that you're trapped here too. He's not real. I knew he wasn't real this whole time. He's been a robot. By the way, I'm not human, Detective. That does make a whole lot of sense how he's just fine with this. I'm a remote-controlled robot, Detective. What? How did you not put 2 and 2 together? Come on, your country's use of technology is just plain off. It is. We get that a lot, detective. I'm not surprised. Why would you go to all this trouble to do this? That's nothing but a shell there. Is hardly a threat to anymore. Commander Sif likes to provide against any possibility, no matter how small, detective. Possibility? What are you talking about? There's no need for you to know, detective. He's gonna die anyway. You may as well just tell him. Oh dear. Oh dear. Now it's time to say goodbye, detective. It's the end of your fate remains the same, detective. Grr. Camilla, forgive me. Oh. Well, I have to admit that's kind of like a little lackluster way, but it isn't over here. It isn't. Remember what the big masked man said? Any possibility, no matter how small? Possibility? In other words, there must be a chance here somewhere. A possibility of turning the situation around. There is. There is. We know there is. I clocked it before we even got to this. We know how to fix it. Huh? What is that, detective? Look at yours shell. Yeah, there's no aura emanating from his body. Of course there isn't. The tendency harassment is gone. Could this change in his shell give us a kind of lead? Yes. We're going to it. Hello. I figured it out. I know what the possibility, no matter how small, is, and that they're afraid of. What is it? My time was perpetually stopped thanks to the power of Temsky. His body circled between moments that separated his life and death. Right, but not anymore. The tendency harassment has been taken away. Exactly, so what does that mean? I get it. Your body won't come back to life anymore. The moment the tendency harassment was removed from my shell became a regular corpse. So let's see, that means that we can go back to 4 minutes before your death. Exactly. We're going to go back 10 years and 4 minutes. But wait a minute. Exactly when is that death? That's simple. We'll find out. When we get there, let's move. Holy fuck. Let's go. We're going. We're going. We're doing this. Oh my god. Holy heck. I fell back through the cracks of time for what seemed like forever, and then I saw it, the final death at the end of this long night. Who exactly am I? I've already seen all the clues. All I have to do now is remember. Oh my god, the final journey. The truth starts now. Oh, fuck, they're gonna throw a save at me, aren't they? No! No! Oh, why? Why are you gonna throw a save at me? Yes, save data. No! God damn! I knew they were gonna do that. So rude. Oh my god, what a way! We're in for the finale next chapter, then it must be the finale. Oh my god. Jeez Louise, I never thought we'd be getting better. This guy's deaf until I saw his body. Oh my god, we're gonna get all our answers. Gee, oh my god, yep, that's all I can say. I'm just so flabbergasted. Jesus Christ, I'm excited. I cannot wait for next week's episode. I can't believe this game came out in 2010. I played it when it came out in 2010. Well, not in 2010, but a few years later. But yes, oh my jeez Louise, guys. I hope you have enjoyed. If you have enjoyed, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. I need a minute to process, so I'm going to leave it there for this week. As I say, thank you for watching, and bye for now.